So this is the second edition of the Free Friday stuff, and I think this is something I would really like to do from now henceforth. Maybe share some very free stuffs and things that I think people in the community, people like you, people like me, people like everyone that's about to get into the community would like to know, or maybe see that these things exist for free and use it. And with all of that said, let the show begin. Hi guys, and today's Free Friday we'll be sharing some amazing materials that you can make use of, or amazing textures which you can make use of while working in your 3D scene. And we all know how it is not so convenient for you to find the exact material you're looking for, especially if you have to create them. And most of the times, if you have to get all the necessary maps that you want, that simply means that you need to first of all get the texture, then you have to now start baking these maps to suit what you want to do. And in today's Free Friday, I will be sharing free sources where you can get premium quality textures. And the first one which we'll start off with is the guys at Share Texture. So the guys at Share Texture, Share Texture is a website where you can go, you can just find it at www.sharetextures.com, and there you're going to be able to find about 25 different textures, amazing textures. They all have what it takes to get you from where you are to where you want to be. And these textures all include the displacement. They also are coming with the diffuse by default, definitely. They have the normal map, they have the specular and ambient occlusion. And you can get these maps or these textures in two forms, either as a TIFF file or as a PNG file. And a very good way of getting along with this stuff is once you come over to the website here. Since it's free, you can just simply select the one which you want. So if I go over to gem, there are two gems here, and once it loads up, you can just simply select and do all of the downloading that you want. A good thing with this website is they are actually working with a Patreon page. So if you want to show support to them, you can come through. Maybe probably you've used the tools that they've given to you, or the textures that you found here, and you know you want to share some love, you want to give them some good recommendations, or maybe support them for what they're doing. You can go over to the Patreon here, which will get you to this page, and from here you can donate from $1 all the way up to about $25. Okay, this is something which I think you can, invest in, especially if you don't want to tie yourself into subscription plans and maybe things that would just definitely put you in the loop at every single time, or maybe pay the expensive amounts to get that tool that would get you the textures that you want, and it's going to take you a lifetime to get the money back. Okay, so the second, guys, which we'll be talking about is Texture Heaven. Okay, Texture Heaven, however it's pronounced, this is it. And on this website as well, you will be able to find about 106 different textures that you can use for your project. Okay, so the same thing that happens is once you come through and you just simply click on a particular file, you can find, or a particular texture, you would find the ambient occlusion, the bump map, the displacement map, the normal, the diffuse, and roughness, specular, and so on and so forth. So these maps are available for you to make use of. So even if you're using very let's say open source apps, you can still use this map. If you're using premium apps, you can use this map. Okay, so for if you're doing things like architectural stuff, definitely you can come through, look for something that suits what you want to work with, and then you can come along, download this as well. And the same thing that we have with the guys at Share Textures is also the same thing here. These guys also have a Patreon page. So if you're someone that likes amazing stuff, you want to try their stuff, or maybe you've been using their stuff before and it helps you get your job done, it wouldn't be so bad to spare $1 or maybe about $10 to say, hey guys, Thank you so much for these things that you've made possible for us, and you know, we want you guys to keep doing something like this. These are things that gets creators going, and I would really appreciate it if you can just do a bit of shout outs to these guys and, you know, show them some love. Then the next guys which we're going to talk about which will be probably the final guys for today, is the guys at CCO. Now I don't know if it's CCO or CC0. The text or the font size or the font type keeps, you know, it's playing tricks on me. But from here you can see it at cc0textures.com, which I probably perceive as creative content, or you know, content creators, or maybe creative license, I don't know, but it's cc0textures.com, and this is also a page where you can, you know, find amazing textures. Now the cool thing with this one, okay, which you don't find with the other two, I'm not saying the other two are not okay, those ones are amazingly wonderful, and I would really appreciate it if you can try all of those textures. But there is a particular cool thing with this one. So if I come through and go over to this part where I have show all, you will be able to see all of the textures and all of the textures that exist, and you know, you can come through and select these textures based off the name or maybe where they exist. And one thing with this one is it doesn't show a lot at once, it just shows you a couple of them. From here you can see they have about, I think, 444 different materials or different textures that exist. But the very different thing, why this is quite different, is this is the only one of these three that is actually PBR based. So what do I mean by that? It simply means that it is PBR. These textures or these materials that you're going to find here are PBR materials, and it simply still means that they have been created using Substance Designer. So if you click on one of them and it loads up, you would be able to see that they have been made using Substance Designer. Okay, and on the page here you can preview any of the texture that you have loaded. So just before you go ahead and, you know, download that stuff, you can come through. Okay, this is so cool. You can come through and preview the texture before you you know, download it or maybe get it into your computer. And I like this kind of preview stuff. It is something that we don't really see so often. And other informations you need about this is you can also come through and download the 2K version, you can download the 4K, you can download the 8K, and you can also click on this SBR to, you know, download the Substance file. And this file is something that you can use and, you know, play with it, tweak it to how you want it to be, and at the end of the day you can come back and say thank you so much guys for this stuff which you guys have done, and, you know, give a bit of a donation from like $1 all the way down to $4. I think it's the cheapest amongst all of them when it comes to how much you can donate to them. But at the same time, I wouldn't want you to, you know, disregard the other ones that exist. These are free stuffs which I think you should pay royalty to some way, somehow. Even if you're not going to pay royalty to them, I think you can spread the word out and say, you know, I have this page where I can download free stuff, and these are copyrighted free, which simply still means that you use all of these things. You can use them for both paid content or maybe paid projects, and you can also use them for your free projects and without any service charge. So I'd like to know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. Is this something you want to try? You want to come through, you know, show some love to these guys, download it, play with it, see what it works for, you know. And yeah, I think for the most part, this is something that you should use in your next project or in your current project. For the fact that it's free, it simply means that you don't have any service charge. It simply means you have no licensing issues with this, and it simply means that you can use it for paid works without bothering about copyright and all that stuff. So tell me what you guys think about this in the comment section. I would like to know what your feedbacks are. I would like to know what your reactions are about things like this. Do you want me to make more Free Friday stuff for you guys, huh? And also, if you like this video, just simply hit the like button and don't forget to share with your friends. And if you're new here, I would so much appreciate it if you can hit the subscribe button and turn on notification. And until I see you guys again with some Free Friday stuffs, rants, tutorial, updates, tips and tricks, or even a review, peace.